Hello once again, witchy people. Welcome back to the Covanstead and the craft room. Not that I'm doing crafting. I wanted to share something. So I made an order just yesterday at the Psychic Tree for some crystals. Now these crystals, some of them are for the products that I sell in my shop. Some of them are for my own personal use. And the reason why, as most of you know, I usually use Craftmore. But Craftmore's been a bit, Nigel, who runs Craftmore, unfortunately has been a bit low on stock lately, so I couldn't get the things I wanted. And a lot of you may realise, may have noticed, someone dropped something downstairs. Some of you may have noticed that the cost of crystals is going up and up and up and up. What you used to pay 40 pence each for, and you're now paying £1 each for. I don't know what it's like in America, but that's what it's like here. Anyway, so I ordered the stuff yesterday from the Psychic Tree. I will link them below. And my order came today. I'm so happy with my order that I put in another order today to arrive tomorrow, and I got 10% off. So I'm really happy. So the first thing I ordered, got my order here, was white aragonite, white aragonite rough healing crystal. Look at the size of it. Now I must admit I am a bit obsessed with rough crystals. I love rough crystals. Sometimes more so than polished crystals. Polished crystals are lovely, don't get me wrong, but I love the power almost of a rough crystal. I love the feel of them as well. Yes, they pick up dirt more, but like I said, right, so that's white aragonite, and that was the rough one. And I also ordered a smooth tumblestone of it as well, just so that I could see the difference. There we go. I did it again. Excuse the state of my nails. And my nails, I haven't had a chance to sort them out yet. So I then ordered some rough obsidian. Yeah, rough, and I thought they were going to be small pieces, and they're this size. They're huge. And I ordered 1, 2, 3, 4. I ordered 6 of those. I ordered now this is, I don't think I've got this one. This is Dendritic Agate, and this is the rough version of it. I love it. It's got all sorts of little bits in it. So there's that one. Once again, a huge piece. When I take photographs of things for my shop, you'll see a lot of these in the pictures I'm guessing right now. I then ordered, now bear in mind, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, yeah, 18. One of the, this is rough tiger's eye. So once again, one of the pieces is this big, which is a nice size. It's a good size. All the others are like this big. So this is rough tiger's eye. So I then ordered, oh gosh, I am obsessed with this already, rough black kyanite. Now I have kyanite, I have it in blue. I don't know if I've got it in black, but I have it, I don't have rough. Look at this. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? I love it. I absolutely love it. I just think that's just, yeah. Anyway, see, I'm obsessed with it already. And then I ordered what they call mini tumblestones. Now I've noticed that mini tumblestones, if I order mini tumblestones at the moment, I get basically gravel, which is, you know, like I've said before, the price of crystals has skyrocketed and it's ridiculous, and I expected quite small pieces of the hematite that I ordered. This is a mini hematite stone. It's what most people would consider to be a medium-sized one. And I ordered quite a few. And as you can see, they're all quite a fair size. Oh gosh, that's silver hematite. I love hematite because sometimes you get a little silver sort of like glow to it. Sometimes you get a gold glow to it. Yeah, so there we go. The psychic tree. This is what I ordered. And I know I said I wasn't going to do any more updates, but here's something else. So that's my unboxing from the psychic tree. And as I said, I don't know if you have the word in America, but I am stoked. I am absolutely over the moon with that. I'm not going to stop. Sorry, I've got to cross my legs. I'm not going to stop ordering from Craftmore. It's just that, you know, Nigel seems to have a lot less stock at the moment. So, and I will always recommend Craftmore because I know everything is ethically sourced. But now I also have another place to go and buy crystals, and that is the psychic tree. So, moving on from shopping, and did I mention also that I was so pleased with the order I put in another one today for tomorrow and got 10% off. Anyway, okay, so moving on from that. I have a lot of stock, things that I've managed to get relatively inexpensively, I think, that I cannot sell on Etsy due to their policy of things having to be used for craft or being vintage or being handmade. That's the basic rules of selling on Etsy. And a lot of people do seem to get round this, but you know, I would get caught out if I tried to put something on there that I hadn't made myself. I know I would. So I've decided I'm going to, because I can't, I mean, there's so many different platforms now you can sell on. There's Made Me and Fair and what's the other one? There's a Crafton one that's just a UK based one. And excuse me, if you want to sell sort of like more vintage things, there's Vinted, obviously. Vinted have expanded now to include a lot of things, and I do buy off Vinted, and I'm hoping to sell on Vinted as well, but that is just clothing. Anyway, so what I have decided to do is to open a Facebook store. Now, I have got a Facebook store. It's just trying to figure out how to properly open it and get catalogue in it and, you know, get the stock in there. So that will be stuff that I, obviously, like I said, stuff that I managed to get, excuse me, less expensively that I'm going to share. So there's things like there'll be oil burners and angel statuettes. I managed to get a hold of a load of angel statuettes, like they look like wood, but they're not. All sorts of things. I'm trying to think what else is going to be in there. Probably some jewellery that I don't feel is, just because I put something on a chain doesn't make it handmade. So a lot of that is going to go, excuse me, you know, if I've got a pendulum and I just put it on a chain, that's not really, to me, handmade. And technically it is, and technically I could sell that on Etsy, but I'm not going to. If I add a lot of other things to it, charms and whatnot, then yes, I can sell that on Etsy because it's something that I've put together myself and made myself. So yeah, there will be things on the Facebook shop, which I will let you know about if and when I can open it properly. As for the Etsy store, I've got to say, this is unusual for me. I've really enjoyed spending the last, oh, excuse me again, very tired. I've spent the last month or so just constantly making things for myself. I've still got a lot that I've made that I haven't put up yet. So I've got some of the ever popular nightshade boxes, slightly different to the originals. This is one of my best selling items, which is slightly worrying. So yeah, I managed to, my nightshade bush is gone. I think I picked it so much that it's basically, I killed it off. But I do have belladonna nightshade growing locally. Oh gosh, I apologise so much for yawning. What I do find difficult to get hold of is black nightshade and woody nightshade. These are the ones that I find really difficult. These are things that I don't often see, you know, out and about. Be warned. I'm not going to say names, but there is apparently, oh, how can I put this? There is a seller that is selling white, black nightshade, because black nightshade has blackberries and white flowers, and yellow nightshade. And actually what they're selling is potato and tomato plants, which technically, I'm guessing, could be right. They are the same family. They're up there with tobacco and all sorts of different ones. So yes, so be warned. Sometimes it's just, you know, it's best to get your own stuff if you can, which is why I always do. If I can get my own things grown and dried and everything, I will, even if it is nightshade. Also, these are now back in stock. My pendulum necklaces. They are getting increasingly more difficult to get hold of, and I'm wearing mine because I do have them in stock, and it's if I'm out, it's an advertisement. People say, "Oh, where did you get that from?" It's like, "Oh, I got it from this lovely little Etsy store." But if you're local, I can save you on P&P. So yeah, and these are very popular. Just because, but unfortunately, because as I was saying before, the price of crystals and tumblestones has gone up so much. Excuse me. The prices have gone up slightly. I must not be making a lot of jewellery. I've done quite a few boxes as well. I've got to finish these off. These need to be, I love these ones. These chests, they need to be varnished. I use a water-based varnish. So they need to be finished. My other boxes, so like the moon gazing hair, and there's a beautiful raven one. If you know me on Instagram, which is AmberMoon_hedgewitch, I think I link it below, I'm not too sure, but I do show a lot of what's going on sort of like in my store at the moment. I just put some really lovely points, double points necklaces, you know, in there. There's some of my items downstairs that I keep on my altar shelves, if you like, were given to me by this lovely lady. I can't call her a girl anymore. I've known her since she was tiny. Well, not so tiny, but she certainly wasn't a teenager when I first knew her. And she's in her 20s now, mid going on to past mid-20s. Anyway, her name is Louise, and she gave me an awful lot of stuff when she was kind of like, when she first started off, like many of us, when we realised that we can buy pagan and witchy things, we sort of just go mad and get lots of stuff. And when she kind of honed her path into something a bit more specific, she said, "Do you want this?" And she gave a load to me. Lots and lots of things. She gave me a beautiful shell, a big shell so I could use it as a dish, and she gave me one of those triple altar discs with, you know, it's got the 3 bits you can put out and put candles on. She gave me one of those. She made me it's not up there, I don't know what I've done with it. She made me a Brigid's cross the year before last. So anyway, sometimes when I make things, I have her specifically in mind. Now, her path is what I would probably call slightly darker than mine. But not in a bad way. Just some people might consider it slightly darker than mine. And she has sort of like I said, she's honed her path quite a lot. And so sometimes when I make things, I kind of have her in mind and make things that I think she might like, because that kind of expands on other things. I've made loads and loads and loads and loads of those little wish bottles. I think I showed them. But anyway, as I was saying, Louise, on Instagram, if you want to, she reads a lot of books. She's a real bookworm. She takes the most beautiful photographs of a book, and she's on Instagram, and she is Jinkies Reads. And I will try and link her below. But if you know me on Instagram, you will find her on Instagram. I don't like Instagram. I may admit this. I don't. I have this real bad thing about people putting on the real witches of Instagram. There's all these scantily clad women, and I'm sure they probably do think they're real witches. But dressing up in green, showing a bit of cleavage, getting your backside out and sitting on a log does not make you a witch, okay? So actually, that's just witches of Instagram. So I always tag mine. If I'm doing a witchy thing, it's real witches of Instagram, because I think we are completely different to these. I know Instagram is very aesthetically sort of like, you know, you have to be pushed into a certain mould. You have to look a certain way and have certain photographs, and I don't, because I'm a lot older, and basically I use Instagram to connect with other people that maybe aren't on Facebook, or I don't know on YouTube. People that I do know on Facebook and YouTube that use that, and kind of people that I don't know about yet that might, you know, I might have something in common with. And it's not just that. I also have I follow British Heritage and things like that, because I love some of the things that they do. Anyway, I've gone way off. So, Psychic Tree, brilliant. Not giving up on craft more. It's just that when they're low on stock, I have somewhere else to go to. Absolutely amazing. And by the way, if you spend over, I think it's £20, the postage is free next day delivery, unless you want it tracked, and then it's free. Then it's £6.95 tracked next day delivery. It's 24-hour delivery. I am just, you know, I'm a bit in awe of them. I mean, I put in an order maybe half an hour ago, an hour ago. I know when I check my emails, there will already be, oh, your order's been sent out. It will be there. So yeah, really, really pleased with that. New store on Facebook. Ta-da. And some of my problems I have with Instagram. I'm not knocking these beautiful, beautiful women who obviously have a lot to show. It's just, it's all a bit fake, isn't it? I don't like the fakeness. I don't like, I mean, when my photographs are sort of like, I've had a couple of people sort of add me and send me messages, or would you like to promote our product and for free, you know, would you like some stuff and promote your product, and oh, aren't you wonderful and aren't you lovely? It's because sometimes I take a really bad photograph and it's really blurred and I don't look as old as I am. It's an accidental good photograph for Instagram. Anyway, so yes, and once again I will show you the black kyanite because my hair's in the way. I think it is stunning. There, I'm obsessed with it. It's just, does it remind you of the dark crystal in a good way? Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I will be back very soon. I have almost finished doing everything for my shop, so I'll have a bit more time to sit down, sort myself out. And I think I found my notebook where I had all my notes for all my videos. Maybe. I've got to check through. So that's it. Thank you, witchy people. I'll be back soon. Bye for now.